Baby, I'm a gangster too. It takes two to tango. You don't wanna mess with me, mess with me. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too.
So I've been doing CrossFit for about 5 years now, so that's since 2017. Before that, I was doing a whole bunch of different things, from like spin class to like high intensity interval training. So I was kind of trying to figure out like what my area was. I went to a couple of gyms. I didn't quite like it. It was like, it almost seemed like a chore. I didn't quite enjoy working out. But you know, ever since I started CrossFit, it sort of changed the game for me. What I feel is not a chore anymore is basically the fact that, you know, I wake up every day and I'm able to say like, oh, I'm looking forward to actually coming for CrossFit, whereas it wasn't the case for me before. When I was working out and doing my own thing, it almost seemed like it was like something that I had to do just to kind of keep my body in shape. With CrossFit, it feels just like something that I actually look forward to during my day.
Come on! Come on!
So how I first heard about CrossFit was actually because of my sister Noor, and she met Andy, yourself, and a couple of other CrossFitters at a party, and they convinced her to try it out, and of course she had to take me along with her. And I actually remember being like super hesitant to go, and I made a huge fuss about it, but we eventually ended up going for our first class and absolutely loved it. It was definitely very intimidating. Like, I remember going for my first class and like seeing all these like people doing crazy movements, doing muscle ups and all sorts of gymnastics movements, and thinking, oh my god, like what are they doing? Because I had absolutely no idea what CrossFit was at the time. But yeah, eventually, you know, we ended up going, and like I realized, like, you know, everything is pretty much scalable, so you can just start from anywhere, and like if you have any issues, you can always speak to the coaches. I'd rate it about a 5 because I think it's definitely challenging at the start, especially if you're new and if, like me, you've not been particularly athletic growing up. But once you get into it, you know, you realize that it's basically for everybody. It's for all sorts, all levels, you know, whether you're someone who's in your 50s or you're young or you haven't been athletic or you have been athletic. I think it applies to everybody. So when I first started working out, my goals were more like aesthetics based. I wanted to improve the way my body looked, and that's something that I've struggled with for a long time. But with CrossFit, that mindset started to shift a little bit, and it became more about what my body was capable of doing as opposed to what it looked like. So I think that's the biggest shift that has happened over time.
I'm the hottest round. I told y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce.
Staying active has like basically transformed my life. It's more than physical, which is the obvious. It's mental, so it's actually translated to all areas of my life, from like work to personal to basically everything. So it's not just the gym. It's basically my mind, you know, there's all these like things that you tell yourself you're not capable of doing and this and that, but during a workout, when you end up pushing that boundary, you almost feel like anything is possible. So that has basically translated to every single aspect of my life as well. So I don't think it takes a lot to basically take an hour or two of your day to do something that you love. So for me, it's not a lot. And I think anyone can spare an hour of their day to just come and work out. With work and stuff, it can get a little bit difficult, but it just requires a bit of planning, and you have to do it. There was a time where I was working out maybe like 6-7 days a week, and then I realized my body was getting burnt out, but that was just the novelty of CrossFit. But over time I realized it wasn't like how hard you train, it's more how consistent you are. So with consistency is, for me at least, like what gave me results. Pull-ups and push-ups. So I literally like chased after those two movements for the longest time, and I'm really happy that I finally got them and I'm able to do them in, say, like a class or a competition even.
This shit is not a love song. This a fucking stripper on a mink rug song. This a fucking boys forever hold a grudge song. Pop some fucking champagne in the tub.
No, absolutely not. Did a bit of athletics in school, but I've never really like competed in sports. So to do that in my adult life is like a massive accomplishment and something that I'm really proud of. So yeah, like it's amazing that I'm able to do that now. The thing that really stands out for me is the programming. I really like that it's well structured and planned and thought out. And yeah, and there's like a variety of different classes from build to endurance to CrossFit that you can, you know, kind of go for to suit your training needs. So really like that about CrossFit. I really like the facility because I think it's really well equipped and high standards. And I like the community. So, you know, there's like lots of people that have contributed to all aspects of my life. So, I mean, it's a great community to be a part of. For me, CrossFit is like a part of my identity almost. Everything from like the community to the health aspects to mental aspects of it it's just been a big part of my life in that sense. If you took CrossFit away from me, then I would feel like I'd lost a part of my identity. Yeah, it looks intimidating at the start, so don't worry about it. If I could do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. I think everyone has to start somewhere, so I think it's important not to compare yourself to everyone else because they've probably been doing it for a lot longer than you have. So yeah, I think you should just try it out.